guys, and welcome to my review of Haikyuu chapter 243, their respective first matches. So we have Karasuno saying their thanks to the people who cheered on them after their first match because they won, and Daichi apparently hasn't seen or noticed that their former captain has been watching the match, and Suga's like, didn't you notice? And Asahi's, well, I noticed halfway through the match. So Daichi is like, okay, I was actually more nervous than I thought because I didn't even notice my surroundings. I was just like completely overwhelmed by everything. But it didn't affect his playing at the very least too much. He was still very good, so it's nice to see that even now he probably still has room to improve over a short period of time, because once he gets those nerves under control, he might be playing even better, and that'll be even better for Karasuno because he's the captain and he pulls them all together. So that's really nice. We had some really cute moments when their former captain, the other guy he came with, when they started interacting with Karasuno, because of course both the third years and the second years knew them because they'd been playing together the year before. But the first years, they don't know him, and Kageyama and Tsuki are like, we don't really care too much. They're just kind of ignoring them, saying their hellos and then just walking past. And then there was this really cute panel with Yamaguchi and Hinata where they were talking, and I just noticed that Hinata is too small to fit in the frame. I thought that was hilarious. I was just like, he's so small he doesn't even fit in the frame and he's the main character. Like, that was so cute. Just emphasizes how small he is. But we move on to see some of the other matches. We see just the end of the Nekoma match, and if you read this on a manga stream, the little box that says how many points each team got, I'm pretty sure that's wrong, because if you look at the actual scoreboard, you'll see that the first match was a deuce with 29-27 to Nekoma, and the second set ended with 25-21 and not 25-23, as I believe it said in the little box thing. So just be aware of that. Like, it doesn't really matter, Nekoma won anyway, but I just think that it's interesting to see that the first match ended in a deuce, so it seemed like that was a lot closer, where in the second set Nekoma won by 4, being 4 points ahead, and not even like the other. They were close, but not that close as they probably were in the first set. But it was another clean win for Nekoma, so that's really nice. They advanced to the next level, I was about to say, to the next match. And then we move over to Fukurodani because that's another team of interest, and they are just starting their match because they were in the third round of matches that are going on. And we see it's like 6-4 to the opponent team, and Bokuto is already in a slump, and that's just like, okay, that was quick. That was quick. It's really cute though. I don't know, I don't think we'll see the full match because the opponent team doesn't seem to be all that important. And Fukurodani will probably win. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't. They're a pretty good team. It would just generally be weird if they lost to a no-name team, like a team that we haven't heard of before, unless I'm just forgetting who they are. But I don't believe we've seen them before. But it's really interesting that we're not just jumping into the Karasuno matches, we're also following all the others, because when it comes to this tournament we do have other people we want to focus on, especially because as a fandom we all know Karasuno won't make it to the end, so we need someone else to root for. And we also, like, I personally want both Fukurodani, Nekoma and Karasuno all to do well in their respective ways, so even if they can't all win, I still want to root for all of them. I want them all to have a good tournament despite how they may place in the tournament overall. So it's interesting to follow all of them. So we follow Karasuno mostly, but it's nice to see just a little bit of Nekoma's matches and a little bit of Fukurodani's matches before we face off against them. Because, as some of you might know, I don't think we'll make it to Fukurodani. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I believe the next match might be another match against a team that we don't really know about, so I think that should be an easy win as well. And I think we might even see a little less of it than the first match, because the first match is a little more interesting to watch, because even if it's a no-name team, there are a lot of things to adjust to, that's why we had 2 chapters called Adjustment, or Adjust or whatever, because they had to adjust to the surroundings and the commentators and the cameras and all that, which reminds me there was a really nice panel of Daichi doing an interview in front of a camera. I thought that was really nice as well, because that also just shows that they're getting on that big stage and people are like talking to them and wanting them to be on television. And that kind of brings me to my last point about what their former captain says about Karasuno, that they're an unidentifiable object at the moment, because people don't really know Karasuno. They know them from their prime, but they are a significantly different team than them. They still do creativity, as we know has been Karasuno's theme for forever, basically. That's what Washijo Sensei says about the former Ukai coach. He always goes for like these grand plays and creative plays when it makes no sense because the team changes every year. But that's kind of the only thing that's known about Karasuno, and because they had that 3-4 year period where they weren't really that great, people don't know what to expect from them. So they know that they have these kind of big name players, like Kageyama is probably the only one who's known outside of their prefecture, but inside their prefecture people also know Asahi, Nishinoya, and I don't know if they know anyone else. But people, of course, they have no clue who Hinata is, they have no clue who Tsuki is, and they are always surprised by these people, and because they have no data on them, it's kind of hard to like figure out who they are, because yeah, they beat Shida Torisawa, but that in itself was like, what the heck, they beat Shida Torisawa, and people don't really know too much about them, because again, people probably expected for Shida Torisawa to go through the nationals, so that now they're just kind of baffled at what Karasuno is, and especially because even if they did research Karasuno before nationals, they changed a lot over that 1 or 2 months, because of their respective training camps and how the different players started training new things and they started coming together in different ways. And Kageyama, who's really one of their centerpiece of their team because he's the setter, he changed a lot as well. So they really are an unknown subject at the moment, because no one knows them, no one knows their style. Karasuno even don't know, like they have trouble finding their style because they're just all over the place, but they do make it work, so that's good for them. But I think that's gonna be like one of the big things that their enemies will find hard, oh my god, that their opponents will find hard to deal with, that they're so unorthodox and just in general very Karasuno-like. But that's like, it's not anything new, it's the same with the odd combo, what are they even called? The odd duo, quick strike. It's the same with that, because people are like, what the heck is this? It's new, it's unique, we don't know what the heck it is. It's the same that we've seen all the time. But it's interesting that Karasuno just keeps evolving and they keep people on their toes because they change so much. So yeah, it's gonna be super interesting to see what their second match will be. I think it'll probably be a little while because we got into this Fukurodani stuff and I just started, but then again, I don't believe we'll see all of it. We'll probably jump to like, we'll see some of Bokuto like in his lemon, how he gets out of it. I feel like we're gonna skip to the end of the set and maybe then see when they win or something, because it's kind of a given that they'll win because they need to face off against either Karasuno, Fukurodani, or Sakusa. Sakusa's the player, Itachiyama, or someone really big before they either lose or win. So yeah. I think that's it for this review. I feel like I actually talked for a little while, but it's nice. I really like talking about Haikyuu, and even though there are like 50 of you who watch these, I really enjoy doing these reviews. So yeah, I won't stop anytime soon. So if you like anything that I had to say, you can leave a thumbs up, leave in the comments below what you thought of the chapter, and you can subscribe if you want to see more. Until next time, bye!